Well, it's not every day that a New York Times best-selling author stops by to chat with locals, but that was the case today in Brainerd. Los Angeles author J. Ryan Stradal stopped by the Brainerd Public Library to talk about his recent bestseller. Chaz Mooch has the story.
New York Times best-selling author J. Ryan Stradal provided a day of laughs and entertainment at the Friends of the Brainerd Public Library Brown Bag event. This year is the 20th year of the Brown Bag Library event, which has come a long way.
Originally we thought, gee, will we get an author? Could we get an author to come here for an author visit? We've just had a wonderful success with our author series.
Stradal currently resides in Los Angeles, California, but Minnesota, and more specifically the library, is his true home.
Growing up, I was a library kid in Hastings, Minnesota. The library was my lifeline, so it's so cool to come up here to northern Minnesota, to other small towns and smaller cities in Minnesota, and visit the libraries and speak at the libraries.
Stradal's recent hit, The Lager Queen of Minnesota, was just published in July and the topic of discussion at today's event.
The Lager Queen of Minnesota is a family drama set within the world of beer. You don't have to go too far in Minnesota these days to run into a brewery.
It's a great book, but he's really a funny guy, and I think that's part of what makes it such a good book.
What makes J. Ryan Stradal's bestseller so intriguing to locals is the connection it makes with Midwestern culture.
It was really important for me to put a lot of Minnesota culture and heritage in both of my books. I just wasn't seeing it represented as much as I'd like in the bookshelves and libraries of America.
I don't think you can really get that unless you grow up in Minnesota and the small towns in Minnesota.
For Stradal, it's an amazing feeling to be able to tour around the country and meet his fans.
It makes me feel tremendously blessed and grateful when people actually do read it. When I come to a reading and it's not just family members or high school friends, but wow, strangers are in the audience and people I don't know picked up my book and they read it. It's mind-blowing, and it never quits being mind-blowing.
Returning to Stradal's roots and the foundation of the Lager Queen of Minnesota makes today's visit just a bit more special than others. Reporting in Brainerd, Chaz Mooch, Lakeland News.
If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland PBS.